YouTube, what's going on today, man? Listen, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today's YouTube upload, we're going to be opening that door. You know the door I'm talking about. Today's video is going to be all about the new FaZeClan. Big news came out over the last couple days, man. The new roster, new people added to the roster. A lot of moves being made. A lot of ins and outs, T's and I's, you know. So in this gameplay right here, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts. We're going to be going over it. As always, drop a comment down below. Tell me how you're feeling about everything. We do read the comments, so keep it respectful, please. I understand that this is a lot, and there's a lot of things going on, but just keep it G. Don't go crazy. And if you like today's YouTube video, if you support what's going on, man, as always, you already know. Best way to do that is, like the video, man, and enjoy the video. I'll see you in there. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace and love, baby. Man, I don't really know if I have a lot to say, bro. You guys got questions? PSA? I don't really know. You know, I don't know what's going on. I'm not in the room that makes decisions. My phone doesn't get hit up as like a consultant to see how things are going or to see what's going on. I just get online and have fun. And I mean, on that note, bro, I don't ever really want to, I don't want the drama. I don't want the bullshit. You know, I know this was a big time thing that happened. Tell me if you believe this or not. I found out the way you guys did. Do you believe that? Or you think I'm lying to you? We knew through the grapevine that there were plans being cooked up, but we never knew what it was going to be or who it was going to be. I mean, I didn't even know if, I was going to be kept around, because I think the reality is, man, is there's this older FaZe clan, this iconic older OG FaZe squad, the houses, the sniping, all that stuff that went on, man. And I mean, look, I wasn't a part of that. I was playing Gears of War, national championships, cardboard checks. No big deal. But either way, that happened, and that was a big-time thing. Look, a lot of these OGs, man, it gets stinky when big business comes into the picture. They lost control for a while, and I think they've all felt some type of way about that, and I get it. I've been on the other side of a battle like that before. It's not fun, so I can say that much. However, I was brought in at an interesting time, like these OGs really weren't around as much, and I don't fault them for that because it was just weird water. It was murky. They had a bad taste in their mouth, and I've been there, so I understand. However, I was brought in, and like any other job or role, Chad, when you get brought in, it's time to do what? Time to go to work, man. You know what I mean? Look, I pay my homage, I pay my respect to Banks, Temper, the boys, do your thing. And not to say they weren't doing anything, All those guys felt some type of way. So I think they were taking a little bit of time away, doing their own thing, bouncing around a little bit. It's cool. But I mean, I'm working, right? Going crazy. I'm doing the streams, I'm doing YouTubes every fucking day, all day, So that's my role as far as I know it in this organization, is just to, get online, do my fucking thing, do it well, and keep on pounding the fucking hammer, right? That's all it's ever been for me. I'm a family guy. I don't like leaving my house. I don't want to go around and do the, the content creator house thing. I don't want to do all that, man. I've always kind of felt like I represent something a little bit different within the FaZeClan organization as well, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. I think that not everybody that joins FaZe has to be the standard, typical guy. It can be different flavors. I fucking love that about us, the M fam. I love that about myself, and I love being in FaZeClan. I like the respect that I get. I like the help that I get. I like having all those guys as allies and teammates. But truth be told, like I said, I'm not really in that room. Neo, when I spoke to him about FaZeClan a long time ago, obviously there was interest there, especially getting one of my older teammates and longtime friends on the same org as me. However, Neo is a very interesting human. He doesn't like anything given to him. He wanted to earn that shit, so he went to that competition that they did, and he got in through that way. So, that was his whole thing. I didn't know if he was going to be on or be off, but I found out like you guys did too. I think that the general consensus is they just want a fresh start, a clean start. They want to tighten it up and then expand it how they want. I can understand, Like I'm saying, man, it just gets really, really complicated. Like I'm sure a lot of you guys can understand. But I think for me, I just want to do my thing. I want to continue being a teammate and an ally. And if I can help out, they always know they can hit me on anything, But it's a weird way to go about it. I don't know if there was a perfect way to go about all this, because I was trying to think about that too. Like, what's the best way to go about something like that? I mean, I don't know if there is one. You know, imagine being Banks and Temper and those guys, and you know, you start this organization that's just, I mean, bro, it's at the forefront of gaming. It's incredible. It blows up, right? And not only does it blow up, but it blows up gaming too. It was a driver, a catalyst, you know? And then, you know, partly to their own fault, not completely, but partly, it gets kind of taken away from you. You know, and before you know it, the rope slipped through your hands, and you're like, fuck, right? So now you got this thing that you're like, you kind of half in, half out. Like, you want the reins again. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to go about it. It takes some time, years, you know? They finally get it back. What's okay? A lot's changed. So how do we get it the way that we want it? I mean, look, I wasn't in that room. I didn't have that conversation with them. This was the best way that they decided to go about things. And I mean, look, I'm on board. You know, I think Neo benefited greatly from being on the team, and I think that there is a world where if he continues grinding and doing his thing, you know, there's always some day where he might come back around or whatever, but I'm not going to make any weird promises or anything like that, you know. I don't know. The game's changed a little bit now, right? Are you part owner? Technically, yes. I have equity in FaZeClan. Look, I'm a believer, man. You know, I like being a part of a team. Teamwork makes the dream work, man. We got a great team here in our little umbrella. We got a great community. And I like being a part of this organization. I just, sometimes things like this happen and, you know, people want answers from me and they might, you know, see me as, you know, because I have equity or whatever. I'm in the room that makes these decisions, but I'm just not. So Neo took it like a champ. A lot of those guys did, man. A lot of those guys did. I mean, being on the team in itself has crazy benefits. I mean, you guys know that, right? Just putting that thing in front of your name is monumental, right? So I think it was a great thing for Neo. However, I don't think Neo needs to be on this organization for him to be successful. I think he'll be fine. He has the M-Fam at his back. He has his thing as well. He's young, all the time in the world to grind, all kinds of doors and things ahead of him. This is only going to, you know, impact him in a positive way, I think, anyway. You know, you ever want to make your own esports org? No, because it's a lot of work, man. You know, you really got to be in there 24/7. And I mean, there's enough things going on my plate where I don't even know if I have time for something like that. I don't think I do. I'm sad that a few of these people had to find out the way they did, but at the same time, like, look, I have a special place in my heart for Banks and those guys, man, and I feel the pain they went through. It is painful, man. Like, when you got this thing that you cooked up, that you spent your, you know, half of your life. You're just kids, and you sign some bigger contracts, and you don't understand what you're doing, and you kind of lose the you lose the reins. You know, it's tough. I sympathize to that a little bit. You know what I mean? Seems like they wanted just the OGs, not people who represent the brand like Neo and Kaylee. Well, they still have people on there that do that. You know, I think like a lot of people were bitching about Swag being on. I thought that was crazy. I mean, Swag has done so much for FaZe. You know, I mean, Swag lives out there in LA, so when you live by the headquarters, you're right down the street, it's a lot easier to do things like that. You know, he's got no kids, no wife, you know what I mean? It's just, it's go time for Swag, right? So he's been doing a lot of work with FaZe for a long time now, and I mean, I think he's done a great job. Good thing you got kept, or else you'd have to go to OnlyFans. Oh, yeah, right. I know. If I didn't have FaZeClan, I'd be an OnlyFans. That's true, man. You think Banks will actually kick Jev? I don't know the FaZe community too well, but I know he's an OG. Nah, he kept Jev, didn't he? I feel like Jev's pretty high up on the totem pole, man. You know, that's a staple. And he's a worker, man. He works his fucking ass off every day. You know? How you feel about them already recruiting again? Would people feel hesitant after watching everything that unfolded? I don't know. I think it's a clean slate. I think it's exciting. That's how the majority of people who would want to join FaZe probably still view it, you know. And I think that they have a plan. I think there might be like an attack going on, like on the IRL community, you know what I mean? Because, chat, if you look at viewership now on Kick and Twitch and whatnot, like, bro, that IRL streaming stuff, man, it's like, that's what's popping right now. It's like, yeah, all of us are in here and we like Call of Duty, we like Apex, we like Halo, you know, we do all that. Like, bro, we're gamers, right? But, like, there's this surge of IRL, just in-your-face content, and that's what a lot of these people are watching, man. You know what I mean? I think there's something to that, you know? I don't hate the strategy. I'm going to be real with you. I don't hate the strategy. I think that this is still going to blow up as much as everybody in here doesn't seem to enjoy that. I think it's going to continue blowing up. IRL stuff, you know? Like with Kai Cenat and Jinxie and these guys at the forefront, I think that a lot of these dudes are going to continue to push live streaming, you know? However, gaming's weird. Gaming's really, really weird. It's fucking awesome because what happens is, and it's inevitable, a new video game comes out. And every time it does, you got like the same 20 motherfuckers right, that are on that game pumping 10, 20, 30, 40K concurrents, like Fortnite, you know, like when that happened, boom. Warzone, when that happened, boom. I mean, the list goes on, man. When these games come, like it's just a give and take, man. Like it's kind of chill right now, but game's gonna come out and boom. Anyway, those are my thoughts on it. I'll try to answer a few questions here from you guys, but all in all, it's not, you know, a super positive conversation, so I don't want to dwell on it too much. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be doing my thing, and I hope it's just positive going forward, you know. I feel bad for a few of the homies, man, and I wish it were a little bit different, but I don't make the decisions, man. So, not the CEO, man. I'm just a lad that gets on every day with a very, very, very large penis. Huge, man. Fucking horse dick. I get on every day live with a horse fucking penis. 2 YouTube channels, 4 shorts, Twitter and IG, Kick and Twitch. Okay? And it's a fucking hammer. Every day, bro. Just a fucking big, veiny dick. You know? Every day, all day. It's inevitable, man. You know? It's like inertia. You just can't stop it. It just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. And no matter what you do, no matter what you say, it's going to come. And it's not going to stop. It's a fucking hammer. And that's where I'm at, man. I stay in my lane with my fucking hammer. Just sloshing around, you know what I mean?